Hello, I got some big old news on the extension and Rust program. So, I've been creating a program that downloads my playlists and whatnot because I don't want to do it manually. I don't want to copy and paste all my playlist links and then have it download it via there. I just want it to grab it from the web page and do it all for me, where I just have to click a button, it's all good. So, I did quite a few things today with it. Firstly, what you might notice is that my playlist thing is like kind of fucked up. I had to rename every single playlist of mine to have now a slash at the beginning of it. I didn't have to do this, but I thought it was kind of a little more, uh, I don't know, useful if it only gets playlists where there's a slash at the way beginning of the title as opposed to a slash anywhere in the title. Because I don't know, there might be a case where you want a slash in the title somewhere. I'm sure there'd be some false positives, so that's why I changed it to where only a slash at the way beginning will be counted. So it'll only grab those playlists, but I did rename every single one of my playlists. So if I were to go into the playlist fetcher, it'll be the same amount, or at least I think. I might have lost like a playlist or two or something, but it's still gonna fetch all these playlists from the side here. So everything in that regard hasn't really changed, but what has changed is the functionality and it actually working this time. So last time, all I was doing was sending the playlist, or sorry, yeah. Was it the playlist? Yeah, the playlist IDs to the Rust program, which I got sitting right here beautifully, and I will Control T, Control Shift T. Fuck, I accidentally opened PowerShell. What's the... I already forgot what the keybind is. I knew it last time. I don't remember it now. There it is. Control Windows T to pin it so I could click off of it. So I got this program running. And again, this is just a web server that's just kind of listening for stuff to do. So it's not doing anything. It running in the background is not going to do like crap. But if I run this and I fetch it and I download it, it now does a ton, and I mean a ton of stuff. So it now checks the videos and it starts downloading the videos. So it's saying it downloaded that. This is just an empty playlist I just happen to have. And it's going through all of these playlists and downloading all of the videos from them. You'll notice that it is kind of slow on doing it. But once we get to a playlist that has a lot of videos in it, you'll see how I actually did optimize it quite a bit. So right now, between playlists, it's kind of slow. So if you have a 50 playlists that only have one video in them, kind of like how I do for a lot of these, it's going to be quite slow because it has to fetch just the one video and it's not doing anything concurrently past that. But I have made it so it concurrently downloads up to 10 videos at a time for a playlist. So if we hit a playlist that has a lot of videos, you'll see it, but you'll notice that it's downloading like all 4 videos, like it's finishing downloading at least all 4 videos at the same time. That's because it's running concurrently. So all this stuff is happening kind of in the background. It's doing it all at the same time. So it's running pretty damn quickly, and it can download a pretty big playlist pretty fucking quickly. Again, I'm not sure how long it's going to take until we get to that, because again, there's 75 playlists it's starting to download, but it'll get there eventually, right? In the meantime, though, I'll show you what's going on the file side. So the file side is actually working. So you'll see right here, we got folders going in here right now. So if you look through the folders, they are actually organized into, you know, subfolders. This is actually a 13 video playlist. Watch this. Downloading. It's going through. It's going through. Look at that. 13 videos done in like 15 seconds-ish. That's pretty fucking quick. That's pretty damn quick. Now, to be fair, this is actually pretty resource intensive. It is downloading a lot. So if you check the Ethernet and the CPU here, it does take quite a lot. Like downloading 9 videos, see the Ethernet spiked to like 150-ish megabits per second download, and the CPU's kind of spiking to somewhat high. But you can see it's actually kind of distributing it across the threads a little bit. all threads are being used, which is a very good thing. So it's not just, wasting things, and it's not just getting bottlenecked there. But it is mostly just a downloading thing, so that's why the CPU is so high. It's just writing a bunch of shit, and FFmpeg is actually converting all of these files to MP3s. So if we go into here, you can see that all these are MP3 files. Now, YouTube, obviously, it doesn't actually like serve MP3 files. It serves videos. So what it's doing in the background is it's downloading just the audio from that video, which is a different format, and then converting it to MP3. So we do have the audio here, and it has been populating in the background. It has more directories now, like Evil apparently has 7 songs. I got a bunch of Limbus Company things here. Depressed story theme. You know how it is. It's populating everything. I didn't download anything beforehand. I actually have not run this on my entire playlist yet until now, but it's actually going through. Look how it's going right now. One other thing that I also did, you'll notice the test 1 thing. If you remember from the last video, I have a playlist that just kind of exists that is just test 1/test 2/test 3, and it goes down all the way to 10. Now, it does still download that. Look how far it goes. Test 8, test 9, test 10. It's got 2 songs in it. That is no longer a that's no longer like a config thing that's sent. So there's no limit on how many nested directories there can be, apart from what the operating system can handle. So at a certain point, the operating system will be like, hey, buddy, you can't have a path that's this fucking long. How about you just stop it? But in my case, I actually don't have to worry about that, at least not for a while. So this actually works, and you can do as many nested directories as you want. And if I had like a test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then had a different folder in here, there'd be 2 folders here. So it's sorting all of these videos. Oh shit, look, it's going through lo-fi now. 133 videos. Check this shit out. Oh no. Oh no, it's going. How much download is it using? It's using basically all of my CPU. I'd imagine not too much GPU. Not really. I think this is just all background, like desktop rendering. But yeah, a lot of CPU used when downloading all this, but you'll notice it's pretty fucking quick. Like, look at this. It's downloading, like, at least a song a second. At least. It's more so downloading, like, fucking 2, 3 songs a second. Which is pretty fucking crazy. So you can get a really big playlist. You can get as many playlists, and you'll be done in a decent amount of time. I think it'll actually be done faster than the original implementation I had, which is very, very good. And you could also up the amount of concurrency there is. So it already finished that, and that was like a minute maybe. That's pretty fucking insane. I'm actually going to let this run because I do actually want to download all my playlists and whatnot. Because again, I'm going to actually use this, so I'm just going to let this run in the background. But yeah, that's what I got so far. And what I'll be able to show you once this finishes, which I don't know if it will finish in a timely time. We'll see. I guess, yeah, we'll try and see. I'll try to pad time to make it so it goes through all the playlists. But I believe it is going through the playlists in order on the side here. So we kind of find where Halloween is. We're actually almost done. We're actually towards the bottom of the playlist kind of list here. That's good. So we're almost there. But what I want to show you is that it does download all these songs, but it also logs which songs are downloaded. So I have a log.json file, which is currently should be empty right now. So log.json's empty, but this file will populate with every single song in every single playlist that has been downloaded. So the next time around, when it downloads those songs, it won't have to download it because it's already been downloaded. So that's not a big issue. Side note, by the way, which I was actually incorrect about previously. Apparently it does know when videos are unavailable. So apparently the videos are still in the playlist. It'll just say that's removed or something. So that's actually a error case that actually is handled by this program. So you'll notice that it failed downloading some sort of video. I'm not sure what this video was. Might have like a copyright claim if you copy paste this ID. But yeah, it's still able to go through the entire thing, even if there's a thing like that broke. Oh shit, look, Macloid. It downloaded all of Macloid. Oh boy. It's almost done though. But it's pretty good. It's going fucking quick, and this is all just hard coded in right now. So obviously all the config stuff is hard coded in. So again, the music directory is just like my directory only. Like no one else will be able to run this like off the bat without some sort of configuration on the source code at the moment. But soon, again, I made to-dos for it. You'll be able to configure it in the web extension side of things. So you could select a path for your files, and then it'll download it into that path, and it'll be all good. Holy shit, I got 33 videos in Foreboding. That is a lot of videos. I didn't realize there's that many Foreboding songs I had. No, that's good. But yeah, it's very nice. It's cool. I like how it kind of shows you what has been downloaded. It shows the readable title as opposed to just like the YouTube ID. It's pretty good shit. And it's all formatted kind of correctly. Obviously, I think towards the end of this project, it'll not really be printing. Again, this won't be like an open terminal. It'll just be in the background. So I'm not sure if it'll open something to show this stuff or something, but the plan is the web extension itself would show the progress as opposed to like a terminal window opening or something. But we'll have to see. I'm not entirely sure how I'll go about that stuff. But that stuff's all good, and I think that is actually the end of all the files. Mood 5 Dancing, that's everything downloaded. That was only less than 12 minutes. That is pretty crazy, especially if you consider the fact that I have like 400 different songs or something, something like that, and the fact that the playlists aren't actually concurrent between each other. So you probably have noticed that like when it's downloading only one video, it kind of just hangs on that playlist, as opposed to it could actually be optimized to go to the next playlist and start downloading those videos. Now that'd fuck up kind of the overall presentation of it right now, but that's an optimization that could be done later down the line, which will actually be a lot easier if it's not printing anything, since you don't have to worry about it fucking mangling each other up when it's fetching stuff. So we'll see there. But all of that has now been downloaded. That was not too long at all. And you'll notice now that the log.json file has been populated with every single video ID that exists on my file, or on my drive now. So you'll notice there's actually a test 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, all that. And it has the 2 video IDs in there. And this is just a big old JSON object. So this saves what has already been downloaded. So, for example, if I were to rerun the same exact process, if I were to go back into my playlist and fetch it and download it again, it'll know that's been downloaded, and it's going to go quick through these. So you'll notice this saying, already downloaded, these titles, already downloaded, and it's going to go through every single playlist. It takes a little bit to fetch the playlist, obviously, but it's going to go through every single one and know that it already downloaded it. So it's not going to download a single video this time around, unless I were to add one, obviously, but look how quick that's going. That's very satisfying. But yeah, again, all this stuff is kind of hard-coded right now. So the concurrency is hard-coded. It's hard code to only have 10 maximum threads going at the same time. And again, it's only doing it per playlist, so it's not concurrently fetching playlists or anything like that, which would be very ideal, but we'll do that sometime later. Oh my god, look at all that. That's the lo-fi playlist. That went immediately. But yeah, it's looking good. It works now. It is a functional thing that you can run I mean, obviously you have to change the code, but it'll be configurable and it'll be fucking beautiful. It's gonna be tasty. So I think the next thing I want to do is I'm still gonna work on the Rust side of things. Because again, I don't want to. It already finished. I don't want to like get into the config weeds of things until I know how everything specifically works. So it knows that all of these things were downloaded, but one thing it doesn't know is when things are actually removed. So the next thing I have to kind of implement is things that got removed from the playlist. I actually think it will. I think it might actually realize when things are removed. It just isn't implemented right now because right now there is a little bit of a bug where the video ID is not being saved into the file's metadata, which is basically just saying if I moved that out of the way, I went to like Latin American happy. If I go into the properties of this and details, there's no details on what video ID this was. There needs to be, because if you were to change the name of this, the program would be able to account for that. So if you fucking decided, you know what, I'm just going to name this like 1.mp3, then the program would still be able to find that file. And it's not going to depend on if the video title changed at all. So it's not going to search by name. It's not going to search by anything, that sort of regard. It's going to just kind of store it internally. So that is how that's going to function. Currently, it's just not implemented yet. So kind of like how the downloading was implemented, I just haven't gotten to it. But again, this was a very happy note to end the kind of night on. I mean, it's 1 a.m. A happy note to end the night on, because this shit works and I'm able to use it. Like, I am able to use this right now. I literally did just use it right now. And whenever I add a song to the playlist, it will download that song because it won't be in there, and it'll just add it to the log. So again, next thing I'm going to do is make sure when videos are removed, it will be removed from the log and the file. So that's kind of the next thing I got to do. And then we'll get into the weeds of getting config going and everything. But there is also one other thing before I kind of end this sort of update, which is actually a very long update. I did not realize I've been yapping for that long. Holy shit. There is one more update, and that is the fact that this is now all on GitHub. So I just published all these changes 25 minutes ago. It might actually be updated. Yeah, it was actually 25 minutes ago. Yeah, so I published all these changes on GitHub, and this is a public repo that you can use. And if you want to compile it and run it yourself, you could actually do that. There's not too much documentation on how to run it. Obviously, it's just kind of like a project that I have right now, but you just do npm run extension build, program build, and then you can run those. So that's how that would work. But yeah, it's on GitHub now. So if you want the code, if you want to fuck around with it, if you want to download a bunch of shit, go ahead. But yeah, I'm going to be working on it. And hopefully we can get some stuff done, because it's actually looking pretty good. It's very promising because, again, all this stuff's hard-coded, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get quicker because, again, it took 12 minutes to download all of my fucking 75 playlists. Oh my god. Imagine once we get concurrent playlist fetching. Oh, they're done for. But anyways, if you want updates on this, obviously this channel is probably best spot for that. But also sukadia.dev/hub for the Discord, because I post daily updates on there, and that's all the dev updates. But that's that. MIT license, that's all nice. And hopefully I'll have more to show at a later date. We'll see. But yeah, I already pitched the Discord, so bye!